All right, shalom, Makim Shalom. Hey, Yabashima Shai Bakatham to my dear brothers out there, you little amount of sisters, worshiping the Heavenly Father in spirit and in truth. All praises to Yahweh, Shimi Al Shai, and Tabanas to the apostles over there at Great Millstone. All right, this one's going to be entitled Adultery. What's really going on with a man like this? What's really going on with this type of man? Now, if you been on your watchtower, you've seen that Apostle Tahar recently did a video going in on adultery, and that's when I'm finna just jump on that same energy and show you what type of man this really is. Now, we know that Yahweh Shemel Shah gave us the statute, laws, and commandments, and what we're supposed to do with the statute, laws, and commandments is treat thy neighbor as thyself, the golden royal rule, right? Now, if you ever paid attention to the statute, laws, and commandments, they all have spiritual significance behind them. A lot of them statute, laws, and commandments, it applies towards you spiritually with the Heavenly Father. As it is written, the Heavenly Father has likened us unto a comely and delicate woman. And they also tell you in the book of Jeremiah that the Heavenly Father is married unto us. So we know that the scriptures say he that committeth adultery, both the adulterer and the adulteress, should be put to death. So we know that we're not supposed to commit adultery on our fellow brothers. You know, we ain't supposed to commit adultery, period. But when you do adultery, what it shows is that you spiritually you're spiritually doing adultery towards the Heavenly Father. You will spiritually do adultery to the Heavenly Father. If you will physically do adultery, you will spiritually do adultery. You see, it shows that. See? Now, when you jump to the book of Sirach, the 10th chapter, it tells you that pride is the beginning of sin, and you depart from your maker. That's what it says. Now, we know that when you jump to Jeremiah, the 3rd chapter, it tells you that if a woman do adultery against her man, she's greatly polluted, and you know, she's put away. Now, when you do spiritual adultery, when you do adultery, when you do any forms of adultery, you separating yourself from the Heavenly Father. That's what you're doing. And like we just quoted that Sirach verse where it says, pride, the beginning of pride is the pride is the beginning of sin, and when you do it, you depart from your maker. So when you doing, if you got the mindset that you do not fear to commit adultery, you really, like it says in Proverbs, the 6th chapter, that's why it says that you lack understanding, because you don't understand how grave that sin is. If you would do it physically, you would do it spiritually. So if you sitting here and you don't have no fear towards the Heavenly Father to do such a thing, it shows you that you will do that to the Heavenly Father spiritually. Now, we know that over here in Great Millstone, we don't tolerate anybody doing adultery. That's the spirit that's on us from the apostles on down. We don't tolerate adultery. And I have not known any man out there, I don't know any man out there that committed adultery and still doing the work of the Lord. You know, I have no idea what man out there. Now, is there a man out there that Lord have mercy on? It may be. But I don't know not one man. Every man that committed adultery, and I heard about the case, that guy got demons on him. He got demons on him. He back in the world. He's locked up in jail. Something's going wrong with this dude. You know, basically the Lord put the 8 demons on him. So that's not something you really want to test. You don't want to test committing adultery. You don't want to test that. Because you have a lot of men out there that they like to run to the story of King David. You know, but not even understanding the significance behind the story and why it had to happen. Why the Lord put the spirit on King David to do such a thing. When King David was a man after the Heavenly Father's heart, but it was a that happened for our learning today, as it's written in Romans. So that's not something, you don't want to test that. You don't want to test that, because it shows you what type of man you really are. If you would sit there and sleep with another man's woman, that's because you spiritually would sleep around on the Heavenly Father, man. You see? So what do you practice to not commit adultery? What we do over here at Great Millstone, hey, when we fellowshipping, there's no woman there, okay? There's no women there. We're not all watching a boxing match and one of the brothers' woman is watching with us laughing and giggling, because that's what promotes adultery. Because she may be seeing how it could be just off a laugh. She like the way your bro laugh, you know? She likes the way he look. Say for instance, if he stop higher in status. Say for instance, if he higher in the spirit. Women like power. You see? So we don't bring the woman around. That's not what we do. You know? But do that mean that we sitting here, if a brother come into a brother's house and the brother's woman is passing by, she's going to the back, yeah, hey, shalom, and that's about it. That's it. You show respect because that's manners. But as far as hanging out and chilling, nah, man. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I lost a woman in the world like that, man. Because what I was doing, I used to cut hair. I used to cut hair to make money in the world, and I would bring my woman with me. And we, cutting hair and laughing and giggling, and next thing you know, the dude hair I was cutting, he was inside of my woman. See? So that's just as it tell you in the book of Sirach, the 9th chapter, sitting not at all with another man's wife. At least your heart, and sitting out with her at the wine. Don't be drinking wine with another brother's woman. Don't even be wanting to look at another brother's woman. Period. Because if you do so, it just shows you what really is going on with you, man. You don't fear the Lord. You do not fear the Heavenly Father to do such a thing. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you've been around for a minute, you really don't fear the Lord, man. You got to remember, we in these chains of darkness. It's this flesh. And the natural thing for a man and woman to do is to come together. So all of us, we supposed to have that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to know, what to allow and what to not allow. And one of the things we don't allow is to be all in the midst with our women in the midst of us. Nah, it ain't going down like that. Because that's how adultery gonna come. We don't go out there and teach at the camp with the brother's woman right there. No, we don't do none of that stuff, man. None of that weird stuff. Because we don't want no brother to do adultery. And like I said, every man that did so, their ass is through. So you go in, if you want to be a fool, it shows that you want to be a fool and test that theory. It shows the Heavenly Father he's just not dealing with you, man. You through, But, yeah, man, it goes to show you what type of men those men really are that do such a thing. They really don't have a fear towards the Heavenly Father, and they do it to the Heavenly Father. That's why they physically do it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, through the spirit and power, y'all about Shemel Shai, man. Hope you brothers is edified. Just wanted to talk about that real quick, man. Adultery is a no-no, and pray to the Lord you don't have such a you don't fail a test like that. You know what I'm saying? Because in this world, adultery is everywhere, especially if you're working in a workplace. Women out here got their work boyfriends. That's my husband at the job. But not so with us, man. We got to fear the Lord, and that shows if you don't do such a thing, it shows that you're loyal to the Heavenly Father. You don't do fornication. You don't do adultery. You don't do fornication. You see? Yeah, so with through the spirit and power, y'all Shema Shai. Hope you brothers and sisters is edified, man. No adultery, man. Hey, y'all Shema Shai, Bakatham, Shalom.